Yo, 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 what it is, what's poppin', what it do, what's happening, what up, though? Welcome to the Bias BS Pod Show, where your opinion doesn't matter, kind of like BBLs. Remember when you had a small butt? All right. I'm your host, Brett, and this gentleman over here is my co-host and producer, Drew.
What up, everybody, and may the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. Oh, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for following us on Facebook, TikTok, Spotify, Instagram, and X. We appreciate all the love and support. Drew?
And as always, make sure you guys head over to Facebook, Bias BS. Check out our merch. We are a little bit late on the new merch, but I'd say within a day or two, it should be up. The new merch should be up there. So keep checking that out. There's still the old merch on there, classic stuff that we've been doing. So once you find something, make sure you hit us up at biasbs@gmail.com. Let us know what color, what size, what item, and where to send it to, and we will definitely get it straight to you. Better merchandising process is coming soon, so just bear with us.
And also make sure you guys are smashing that like button right there. And also make sure you guys are sharing this video on all social media platforms. We appreciate that. And also stay active in the comments. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you guys are subscribing in the bottom right corner, right over there. We appreciate that. So without further ado, we are going to start off. We actually ran out of Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Oh, shit. We cracking open the big bottle?
We're cracking open this Blanton's original single barrel bourbon whiskey.
Dude, that thing looks like it's got...
I don't even know how to crack this thing open.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go. It's these things.
That thing was starting to collect dust, dude.
It was. Look at this.
It looks good.
Fancy schmancy right here, hey?
That's a cork that you keep right there. You know what I mean? Like that's a bottle you keep.
For sure. Definitely keeping that. We got Blanton's, the original single barrel bourbon whiskey. Right. So, cheers up. Let's try it out. Ooh. A little stronger than I'm used to. It reminds me of Jack, but a better tasting version of it. Right?
Yeah. It's pretty smooth, though.
It is smooth. That's how I can describe it. It's a better tasting Jack Daniels is what it is.
Definitely is smooth.
It doesn't have that peanut butter taste, that sweet taste I'm used to that I like in my whiskey, but that's okay. So, this is going to be a drink-heavy episode. Let's go ahead and get into the brew review right away.
Let's crack open another alcoholic beverage.
Open another beverage.
All right.
Tell them what we got, Drew.
All right. So for our brew review today, we have Third Space. It's been a couple episodes since we had a Third Space, few episodes, I'm not sure, but we're back with the Third Space. We've seen one, Paloma Sour, of course, made right here in Milwaukee. Inspired by flavors from the classic cocktail, we brewed this kettle sour with loads of grapefruit, and a touch of Himalayan pink sea salt.
Ooh.
And bright citrus notes and a tart finish, making this beer super refreshing. So it's gonna be another one of those grapefruit heavy.
Yeah. Well,
but I think it'll be good.
Let's see. Let's crack her open. Ooh, that was a good crack right there. That was a nice one. All right.
All right.
Air cheers. Here we go.
Dink it and drink it.
Oh, I smelled it on the way in. That's what she said.
Okay.
That's an interesting flavor right there.
Yes, definitely.
Very. All right.
What segment we got today?
Well, the segment we have today is a fan favorite. and this is probably, I would say this is mostly everyone's favorite.
Uh-oh.
This is Florida news.
Florida news.
Or bullshit.
I knew this was going to be coming soon. I knew it was. It's been a minute since we had Florida news. I'm like, it's gonna happen.
It's one of my favorite segments.
Yeah, it's definitely a definitely interesting segment.
It is. I love it. So we are going to start off with a quick explanation of the game. Florida News or Bullshit is a series of stories that I'm going to tell that are either real Florida news or bullshit. Typically based on what we call Florida man or Florida woman. So here we go. This is the first one.
All right, let's hear it.
Florida man slaps sleeping girlfriend with cheeseburger, deputies say.
Florida man slaps
Sleeping girlfriend with cheeseburger.
Why would that be illegal? Like, why would that be?
Well, I mean, sounds like assault.
I'm going to say false.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. On the first one, you are wrong, my friend. Florida man slapped sleeping girlfriend with cheeseburger, deputies say. This happened. This was published on May 15th of 2019. A 28-year-old woman was sound asleep when her live-in boyfriend of 7 years started slapping her with a cheeseburger, according to the Martin County Sheriff's Office. Deputies arrested 30-year-old Kyle Jamison Jones on May 4th and charged with battery, according to an arrest. After waking his girlfriend up with a cheeseburger to the face, Jones pulled her by the hair and kicked her down the stairs. They said, yeah, so.
I feel like this was like they got into an argument. Like she was upset that she's always cooking the food and cooking the meals in the house, and now like he finally cooked a meal, and like he's so pissed off that he had to make. He's like, you want me to make the food so goddamn bad? Started slapping with her,
right.
Slapping her with a cheeseburger.
Here's the cheeseburger.
You want a cheeseburger? Here, da da da.
It said that they didn't find any injuries on the woman.
Whoa.
They did, however, find her still covered in what was left of the burger.
So, grease-laden face, ketchup, mustard.
She's covered in sunflower oil.
We call that a mixed slap. Gave her a mixed slap.
Gave her the old McCheese. She declined medical attention and told authorities she didn't want Jones arrested. She only wanted the deputies to talk to him. So,
yeah.
So, yeah, Mr. Jones. Way to go. All right, here is the next one. Florida man gets caught with pants down at the zoo.
Oh, yeah. I think this is true. I think why do I get the feeling that there's somebody out there who's whacking it off to like animals out there? You know what I mean? Like seeing weird animals or seeing animals in the zoo and they're just like
100 men versus gorilla.
I think this is true.
All right. Well, you are false again. So you are wrong again. However, I'm sure that there is a story where I'm sure there was a story where somebody did. But however, like I said, I did make this one up. So this one was a made up.
What animal do you think people would be? What animal do you think people would be going to the zoo to try to whack it off to?
I don't know, man.
Maybe a cow. I mean, the only creature I can think of that has like titties, I guess.
Oh.
I mean, it's a cow, but that doesn't really. I mean,
are they really titties though? They're like udders. They're kind of like titties.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what they are.
I mean, if you're really gonna get like technical, monkeys be having titties, bro. There's some monkeys that be having titties.
Yeah, but
but they're like weird looking titties, like baboon titties, where they're like this. And got to put them in the full Nelson to lick them. I think I've said that before too. That was a Scary Movie reference. Shout out to Marlon Wayans, I believe it was. All right, here's the next one. Next one is Florida man arrested for having 3 wives in 3 different counties.
Yeah, that's true. I believe that's true. I think he just got like, either he forgot about 1 or 2 of them, or he just didn't want to divorce them. And you know what I mean? Like, people do that to try to get out of money, spending money and stuff like that. So I believe that's true.
Well, my friend, that one was true.
Okay.
This man was arrested for having 3 wives in 3 different counties. In Hernando County, Florida, a man is facing charges for marrying 3 different women in 3 different counties at the same time. It says, now those women are speaking out, saying the system that handles marriage licenses kept them in the dark. There are no safeguards, and I feel like that's part of where the system failed, Michelle Betsy said. He took each one of us to a county over to get married, said Brandy Betsy. If the counties did talk, it would have saved me a lot of heartache, a lot of money, a lot of stress, added Tanya Betsy. So, well, it's funny, they all got his last name. Michelle Betsy, Brandy Betsy, Tanya Betsy. Nice. Good job, Mr. Betsy. The I-Team is looking at how it can happen when online records can be viewed within a few clicks of a mouse.
In a recent story, the judge is quoted by saying, save some for the rest of us. You can't marry all the women.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it seems to me, hold on, let's see. When was this? I think this was recent, actually. Yeah, this was recent. This was posted on May 1st. So this is like very recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy was on dating sites. He was on Match.com. He was on another dating app, Stir. So he was on multiple dating apps.
What's this guy's name?
It is Henry Betsy Jr. We'll show a picture of him right there.
Yeah.
Good-looking black gentleman, bald guy. Very good looking. Got those green eyes, like, are very rare with most black men, I would say.
Yeah.
And that's not racist. That's just, I'm just being observant, as
Right.
most would agree with me. So, but yeah, he was, dude, just bagging chicks, dude. Like,
yeah.
left and
That's
right,
what I'm saying.
bro.
Like,
Just bagging chicks, dude. How do you marry 3 girls in 3 different counties, dude? And it seemed like they were like counties that were right next to each other almost. So
yeah, I wonder if it was like some scheme that he was like some money scheme he was trying to do or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, smart guy. Very smart.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the last one. Okay. Florida man arrested after trying to cross Atlantic in hamster wheel vessel.
Oh, that's true. I think I seen something about that on the news.
You did? Huh?
Yeah.
That is true. It is, yeah.
He was arrested though?
Yeah, that's what it says. This is from BBC News. Not to be confused with
the other
guy we were just talking about. Probably laying it down too, might I add, if he's getting them chicks to marry him right away. Florida man was arrested after trying to run to London across the Atlantic Ocean in a homemade vessel resembling a hamster wheel. I'll put a picture of that right there. U.S. Coast Guard intercepted Riza Bellucci, I think that's how you pronounce that, about 70 miles off Tybee Island, Georgia, on 26th of August.
But what was he doing wrong?
It said The 44-year-old marathon runner refused to leave the vessel for 3 days. He had tried 3 similar voyages before, all of which ended in Coast Guard intervention. It said it was shaped as a wheel with paddles that are designed to propel it forward as the wheel revolves. Based on the condition of the vessel, which was afloat as a result of wiring and buoys, the U.S. Coast Guard officers determined that Bellucci was conducting a manifestly unsafe voyage.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That is dangerous. I mean,
Yeah.
why would you do that? He's just trying to look for his 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said he eventually surrendered and abandoned his vessel after being brought to a Coast Guard base in Miami.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I give him props, dude.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
trying to do something.
That's a cool looking fucking contraption he built too, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
I give him props for just trying to do something crazy
Hell
like
yeah.
that. Like,
Shout out to
live your life,
what was
man.
his name? Baducci?
Baducci.
What's up? Bellucci, sorry.
Baducci?
Baducci. Shout out to Riza Bellucci. And if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, which I probably am, I apologize.
So, I'm sorry. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. That was it. That'll conclude Florida news or bullshit. Thank you.
Coincidentally, since we're on the topic of criminals and talking about
BBCs.
yeah, there might be some BBCs going on here for what I'm about to talk about. But did you hear about this? About Trump talking about how he wants to reopen Alcatraz?
No, I did not.
So this just happened. He just gave a report on this, or he just gave a announcement about this. Says,
He wants to do it for like terrorists or
no. Says Trump says he is directing Bureau of Prisons to reopen Alcatraz to house ruthless and violent offenders. So he wants to just reopen it to stand as a place where if you do the crime, you will do the time, and you will, you know what I mean? He's trying to bring back the what do you call that? The aura of the Alcatraz of like being something to fear. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Alcatraz is in Cuba?
No, that's Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo Bay. Okay.
Alcatraz is in California. It's
Okay.
It's in San Francisco.
All right. Yeah.
He quoted, I am directing the Bureau of Prisons, together with the Department of Justice, FBI, and Homeland Security, to reopen a substantially enlarged and rebuilt Alcatraz to house America's most ruthless and violent offenders. We will no longer be held hostage to criminals, thugs, and judges that are afraid to do their job and allow us to remove criminals who came into our country illegally. So
he's talking about he's talking about what I think
Terrorists. Domestic terrorists,
and probably like drug lords and like cartel members and things like that. That's what I picture out of that. That's what I see out of that.
Right.
But I don't know if it's a good idea or not. I mean,
he's saying that the reopening of Alcatraz will serve as a symbol of law, order, and justice.
Law and order. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. Dong, dong. The thing is like they say that it takes it like $3 million to just keep up. Like, for one, they'd have to remodel it, rebuild it.
$3 million, what? Like just like a flat
just for the
fee?
upkeep of Alcatraz. Like
what? Like
when it was going, when it was
every
running,
year or like
like yearly.
like $3 million a year.
Just
I
$3 million a
mean,
year.
you got to think though, how much are prisons really?
But
like,
they're saying that. See, now I know what you're about to say, but they're saying that Alcatraz is one of the most expensive prisons to upkeep.
okay, well,
so yeah. So
there was a stat.
$3 million
I forgot
a year.
what the stat was. It was something to do with. I think we talked about this before, maybe. How it's more expensive to pertaining to death row, it's more expensive to house an inmate than it is to just kill him.
Right.
Or is it, I don't know, I can't remember. Something like that. But that's, I don't know, that's completely different. But consistent with that topic, there's got to be prisons that are very expensive to run. I mean, and most of them are privately owned too.
Well, I'm thinking, well, this is something that was based on when it was open. So the equivalent of 3 million today was what they would have to pay for the upkeep. Now it could be more, but you got to think a prison is just a locked building. Everything's locked. I mean, yeah, they have electricity and food and all these things and people that they pay, but it's not like it's a. They make more money, I think, than they lose money. I think I don't know. I think it'd be cool. I think he should do it. I think we're in a good position right now with like the crime in the country, like where if we did it, it would make our country even more safer. I think people would that would give them something to worry about. You know what I mean?
You think it would benefit society?
Oh yeah.
As far
definitely.
as keeping criminals off the streets?
Definitely.
I mean, I agree. I don't, I keep seeing, and this really bugs me a lot. I keep seeing, like, there was a huge bust in Milwaukee not that long ago. And it was about a guy who had a daycare, like it was a daycare front. Like
right.
it literally, like it had like a daycare sign, like
yeah,
like shit on the outside, like, painted, and it looked real nice. And it was just a front for drugs. Like they ended up pulling, like, it started with him getting pulled over, and they found some shit in under the hood. They found like a bunch of fentanyl, like lot of fentanyl.
Wow.
And like that really bugs me. That's what bugs me. And also what bugs me is that there's cocaine that's being found with fentanyl mixed in it. Like why would you mix this with this? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's just the addicting.
I understand the concept, but why not? If you're gonna do that, why not just do this and then do a little bit of this? You know what I mean? And then kind of do that. Don't just mix them together because you don't know the. You know what I mean? You don't know the.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me, dude. That why people do that, and.
Yeah, I think they just. It doesn't make any sense. You're wasting more money. You're making it.
But I've heard that fentanyl is really cheap.
Oh.
But I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, I've heard that it's cheaper than,
Yeah, because so little goes a long way.
Let's say heroin would be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess that does make sense. I mean,
it's cheaper as far as like the longevity of it.
Yeah.
In that sense. But yeah, that's those type of people who have those types of drugs and are fucking just constantly killing people off our streets and mixing that shit with other stuff.
Right.
Fuck you. You suck.
Yeah.
You suck as a person and you deserve to rot. You should fuck yourself.
Also, on another wavelength of that, do you think it makes people more afraid to do drugs? Because if that were the case,
it made me afraid to do drugs.
So then, isn't that a good thing?
It is, but it's also not, because the people who are already addicted to those drugs, like you and me, we got off those drugs. We're not addicted to those drugs anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like people that are dependent upon those, they don't know what they're getting nowadays. So it's.
Oh, you're talking. Okay, so you're talking about the people that are already on those.
Yeah.
drugs.
People who have been addicted to those drugs, and it's rough for them to get off. And I have sympathy for those. I mean, a lot of people don't have sympathy for people like that, and that's it's pretty fucked up.
So you're saying somebody who's already doing cocaine all of a sudden gets some,
or somebody who wants to somebody who typically wants to maybe party on the weekend or party on on a monthly basis, or somebody who has control over their
right.
I don't see if you have a problem, you have a problem. There's no getting around it. People know you have a problem. If you don't have a problem and you're doing recreational, we'll call it recreational, or using it as recreational.
Right. Yeah.
They don't deserve that.
Right.
That's bogus.
Yeah. I think
nobody deserves that.
They need to, I don't know. I'm not the expert on the whole healthcare system, but
I mean, fentanyl is obviously illegal to possess, I would assume.
Yeah.
But
Maybe they should just stop making it altogether.
How they're getting it, I don't know. It's crazy, but
yeah, I don't know.
I know it's probably needed in the medical field, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. It's probably the most powerful.
It's like a lose-lose situation, man. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't.
Damned if you don't. Yeah. It is what it is what I always say.
Definitely.
But so did you hear about the situation with T-Pain and the Milwaukee Mile?
Yes.
Like what's going on with that?
Yes, I did.
That burp was brought to you by Third Space Brewing, not a sponsor. Sorry, dude, that was a good one. I couldn't pass that up. Yeah, dude, that's kind of bogus on Milwaukee Mile. Shame on you, Milwaukee Mile. We don't know the entire story. We're going off of what T-Pain said, but if what he said is true, and sounds like you breached the contract to me. So
yeah,
why would they sign a contract if they're not going to let him do it eventually anyway? It just doesn't make any sense. It's
because somebody else informed them. Somebody else informed them of what they should probably be afraid of if he does it. Now they're trying to backpedal, and you know what I mean.
But here's the thing,
and now they're just trying to come up with any.
They're trying to come up with any excuse, right?
So.
Because he told them that he would provide 100 armed security guards,
right?
100. That's a lot for that little. Yep. The Milwaukee Mile is not that big. I mean, it's a mile, but a mile? That's not that big. Yeah. That's 12 blocks.
Right.
It's not that big.
Right.
I mean...
And they still said no.
They said no. That's crazy. That's crazy. Some people are calling it racist. Some people are calling it...
I don't think... Honestly, when I heard that story, I don't think it's a racial thing. Just because I know how Milwaukee is. And Milwaukee, I mean, at least I would like to think I know how Milwaukee is. There's never, as far as entertainment goes, there's never been a situation where Milwaukee stopped something from happening because they were worried about gangs and this and that and violence and crime and safety and all that crap. Like, we've had every single artist you can think of do shows here. We have a state fair that happens every year, I'm sorry. And then Summerfest, which goes on forever. And then every festival you can think of happens here all the time, every year. All the time. It's been happening for years. And if anything, the gang situation in Milwaukee is probably not as prevalent as it was 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah. And let me add to that.
Right.
Greek Fest is going on at the exact same time.
Freak Fest.
You
think Giannis is going to be there?
He might. I don't know if he's made an appearance before at Greek Fest, but I know he's made an appearance at State Fair. I know he was walking around. The other day he was walking around in New York the other day.
Oh.
Somebody spotted him in New York walking around. Maybe I can find that video. See if I can find it. Post it up. But yeah.
That almost makes me want to try to go to Greek Fest, see if I see Giannis.
Yeah. Congrats to Giannis, too, by the way. Just having his fourth child? Third? Fourth? I don't know. Dude's pumping babies out. Like, hope he's pumping out NBA stars. I'm sure he is, dude. Them kids are gonna be, dude. Them kids are gonna be fucking 6'6" minimum.
Yeah.
Like, dude. Yeah.
And his brother too. I mean, I can only imagine. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about sports at some point, but I can't even imagine, and I can't imagine what the sports is going to be like in like 20 years. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be insane.
It is, dude. Because all these like athletes are mixing their genders, mixing their genes with other athletes, and then they're like making super athletes. It's crazy.
Right.
Like, for example, Drew Holiday is married to a Olympic gold medalist. And Drew Holiday is also an Olympic gold medalist. So it's crazy. Yeah. Like, they're just guaranteed they're pumping out another Olympic gold medalist. I bet the house on it.
Yeah.
So
most likely.
Just saying, you know. But yeah, T-Pain, Milwaukee Mile. I think that shame on you, Wisconsin State Fairgrounds. Shame on you, City of West Dallas.
Yeah.
You guys really fucking you dropped the ball.
Yeah.
You definitely dropped the ball on some great revenue for your city, and because of that, he now moved it to Sheboygan. So guess who's driving up north because they wanted to see T-Pain at the State Fair? So guess who's driving up north to go see T-Pain? Yeah, this guy right here.
And possibly this guy.
Yeah, possibly. So maybe we'll get some nice footage of Wisconsin State Fair.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool.
I didn't know they were going to be doing drifting out there. They were going to be drifting cars out there and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's on the racetrack. So they were going to be...
That's why... Okay.
Yeah, that's why they wanted it like
See, because in his... I didn't see the part 1, but I seen the part 2 of his thing. And he didn't mention anything. He was talking about the carnival rides and all that kind of stuff. And so I didn't know until I seen the site and I read more about it. I didn't know they were doing drifting cars and all that kind of stuff. But that's cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will be safe. I'm sure now it will be safe because, you know, now we're going to prove a point. He's going to try to prove a point. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, nothing to worry about, you know? So, there was never nothing to worry about. I mean, come on. I don't know what the issue is. I just think Milwaukee felt like they were losing control of something. The higher ups, whoever people, the powers that be, were losing control in something, and they didn't
and
like
I think they didn't realize how much of a professional that T-Pain actually is.
Yeah,
and he's just trying to get shit done. Like dude's balling, man. He's got so much money that shit didn't hurt him. That change of venue didn't hurt his pockets very much, if any. You know, so
right. We can't have nothing.
No, we never have nothing, dude. Sucks, dude. Sucks. This is why we can't have nice things. You guys fuck it up all the time. Movies. You see any movies lately?
Let me think. In the Lost Lands. I just seen In the Lost Lands.
In the Lost Lands. Okay.
And it's got Mia Jovovich. I was hesitant to watch the movie because it seemed like a weird. It seemed weird at face value. It seemed weird. Bautista and then Mia Jovovich and the whole It seemed like they were just throwing some things together. But the movie's actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So check that out.
Nice. Yeah, I went to the theaters actually and saw Minecraft. And
did you?
Yeah, I did. No, it was pretty good though. I took my daughter, and her friend also went, and her friend's mom was there too. But yeah, it was a cool little experience. Jack Black is fucking amazing. Jason Momoa was pretty funny too. There were some funny parts. I definitely chuckled at it. There was some adult humor in there. They threw it in there. They always do, which is cool. So, yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Jack Black is amazing. Every time.
I was gonna watch it, but I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting to watch it so I can.
Lava, chicken. Dude, that song is fucking
Going
stuck
crazy out here.
Dude, he is. It's going crazy. Shout out to Jack Black, man, on the fucking Billboard 100, dude.
Yeah.
For a 37-second song. That's amazing. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the brew review rating.
Let's do it. All right, guys. So remember, we have the Paloma Sour. They're from Third Space. This is what that looks like. Brewed out here in the old Wisconsin. It's called the Fruited Ghost. Yeah, I'm just gonna paraphrase here. Classic cocktail flavors, sour, loads of grapefruit, and touch of Himalayan pink sea salt.
Definitely loads of grapefruit.
Yes. I do not taste the Himalayan pink salt, so they wasted their money on that. Let me take one more sip here real quick. Yeah, I don't taste anything salty in there at all. Which is fine, because I don't really want it to taste salty. I mean, I'm not quite sure at this point if it would make it taste better if it was. But I mean, it's okay. It doesn't taste like a beer at all. This Paloma Sour doesn't taste like beer at all. If you're looking for something in a can that's a cocktail that tastes like a mixed drink, this is it. And you don't want to look like you're, a female, a woman drinking a cocktail, and you want to look a little bit cooler. Drink this. Because it's got that kind of vibe to it. Yeah. So it's got those tropical vibes to it. So with that said, it loses points, lots of points for not tasting like a beer. Because this is supposed to be the brew review. Mm-hmm. So
it is, you're right.
If I have to, in case I have to remind some people.
So next time you want a fruited ghost. goes. Yeah, whatever. Next time you want one of those, this is your beer.
This can goes right in the trash. No. No, it's not a beer. So, but I'm gonna give it. Man, I'm gonna give it a 5 because I
just
really
a 5 on the dot.
Yeah, I don't really know what to give it because it's not a beer for one, but doesn't taste bad. It's just not what. If you were like, think about it. If you were like, oh, I'm gonna go get a beer. I'm gonna go buy a beer. I'm gonna go buy some beers for us. And you came back with this.
This ain't it.
This ain't it.
This ain't the one.
So with that, a 5.
All right. 5 for Andrew. All right. For me, kind of in the same boat. I kind of agree with you. Almost all the way, I'd say. Basically tastes like a little wine cooler, a little sour wine cooler. Yeah, it's not very sugary, which I like, but it is kind of sour. Does have that real grapefruity taste to it. But it does taste a little salty to me. So, I don't know. I can taste that too. Maybe. So, maybe you didn't waste your money, Third Space. So, don't listen to him on that. Maybe. Don't listen to him on the Himalayan pink.
What does it say on the side here? 7.5 tit rateable.
Yeah,
tit
rateable.
rateable acidity.
We should start rating tits.
Yeah.
The tit rating.
You're trying to hop in the fast lane to cancel. To getting canceled, aren't you?
Hey, you know me. I want to get canceled before we even get there.
Before we take off.
Yeah, it's I almost want to go all the way and agree with you. I'm gonna go ahead and just 5.1 because I don't want to totally agree with you.
Okay.
I'm saying I don't. 5.1. Yeah, 5.1. That's it. That's all you're getting.
All right.
Do better, third space. This one's not it. I mean, I don't know what you're going for on this one. Maybe I picked the wrong one. I don't know.
But, okay, you said 5.1, right? Okay,
5.1.
so 10.1 out of
20.
20. Not too good.
Not very good. That's
maybe
a failing score on any test.
in the in the brewing world. But maybe in a different category, check out Palomo Sour.
Maybe.
Different category. Cocktail. This isn't cocktail hour.
Yeah, if you're in the cocktail category, if you're in the happy hour, all right. maybe. But.
What if I grab my tablet and pretend like it was papers? And I was like, all right.
All right, on to the next one.
I want to say something really quick.
Okay.
Since tomorrow starts Teacher Appreciation Week.
Nice.
So I wanted to give a shout out to Brett's parents.
Thank you.
R.I.P. Bob. He was also a teacher. Brett's mom was a substitute teacher.
She was also a teacher before that.
Okay.
Special education teacher.
They're teachers, nonetheless.
Well, yeah.
Teachers, nonetheless. So
my mom also has her master's degree too. Not to,
okay, look, we're not pulling out accolades. I'm just trying to say, appreciate the teachers here. Your mom's making the world a better place. So
thank you for that.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So.
Shout out to all the teachers out there. You guys don't get enough credit for your job, and you also don't get paid enough. So.
Oh, and by the way, Arby's is giving out free sandwiches. Not a sponsor.
Say swear to God.
Swear to teachers.
Oh, to teachers. Well,
so
yeah.
Let your mom know she can get a free Arby's sandwich this week.
I'm going to hop on that free Arby's sandwich training.
Brett's going to be sitting in the back of his mom's car. Double beef and cheddar.
Right? Hell yeah. Mom, go to the... Hell yeah.
Ham and Swiss.
Shout out to Arby's for that, too. Not a sponsor, though. Definitely not a sponsor. Man, I haven't fucked with Arby's in a minute, dude. Hey?
Hey.
Hey?
Hey, look at us.
Hey, look at us.
Anywho.
So, we're obviously going to be late on this topic. I mentioned it a little bit before. I made a little joke about it. Super late on the topic because we only record once a week. So, 100 men versus a gorilla. Who's going to win?
Question. Am I part of those 100 men?
You don't have to be.
Then,
no.
No.
You can pick the 100 men. I mean, I don't think there's any parameters as to which 100 men.
Now, this is where I think...
You obviously have to sacrifice a few, right?
It's going to be the on the clutch knowledge of a couple guys that are going to do something to win. I don't think sometimes I like to think that a person is smart but people are stupid. But I think in this situation, when you put 100 humans facing possible death, I think 100 human beings would overpower a gorilla.
I think they would too.
If they did it correctly.
You're right. I slightly disagree with you in what you just said, though, about people are stupid. I believe everybody is smart in their own way.
I said a person is smart. People are stupid. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. Well, then I retract my statement, but I still want to say my statement. Everybody is smart in their own way, but yeah. So it would take. You're right. I think 100 men would beat a gorilla, but again, you have to sacrifice a few off the fly, and then. Holy shit, that was a big one. I'm sorry. After that, you have to. There has to be some sort of strategy, like you said. There's got to be like somebody's got to know what they're doing. They got to be smart as to There's got to be some type of zookeeper there at some point, knowing what to do, right? Knowing some type of. Or gorilla expert, I should say, maybe something like that.
I don't know. I
mean, because obviously this probably wouldn't be a domesticated gorilla, like a zoo bought.
Yeah.
Gorilla.
Let me tell you what I would do is I'd start breaking some things. Mm-hmm. Like I'd start. Obviously, if I got a chance to, I'd wait for a couple people to get them.
You gotta think, bro. Like,
I would come up to the gorilla when he was like distracted and break one of his fingers.
Well, can you even break a gorilla's finger? You think?
Why not?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Without him, if he doesn't react,
you probably could if he's not paying attention. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you probably slowly have to break limbs in order to get him down, because then you would have to just slowly. I'm not slowly break limbs, but strategically,
you would have to
all the people.
You would have
sneak
to
attacks.
Start going for sensitive areas, because overpowering him strength-wise isn't going to happen. You're going to have to start plucking out his eyeballs.
Yeah,
you're going to have to start putting your hand down his throat.
And here's another good question:
you're going to have to start.
Are there weapons? I don't think
probably
there's.
Not.
Yeah, there probably wouldn't be weapons. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, it's a valid question, though, right?
Yeah. But I'm sure that gorilla might pick up a rock or something. You never know.
Dude, there's no way that gorilla don't kill at least 33% of those people. There's no way he doesn't. Right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think you could play the situation out 100 different times and there would be all different scenarios.
Right, because there has to be, like, let's say you plan it out, right? Let's say you get time to plan it.
Right.
Or if 100 men are just fucking taken out of random spots and just boom, you're thrown in a cage with a gorilla.
Right.
That's a different scenario. There's different types of scenarios. But it's, yeah, that would be a long conversation though. But that shit's breaking the internet right now. People are just crazy talking about that. It's all that's popping up on my timeline is fucking 100 men versus gorilla, and then it's I don't know, whatever else I look at.
Pornhub. He gave me this look like I don't want to say it. Save me.
My algorithm is pretty crazy. I got fucking little people and all types of crazy shit.
He's got a video. He got videos of little people trying to reach things and just laughing at people's inadequacies.
Dude, I got some crazy shit on my fucking algorithm. It's nuts. But
spell algorithm.
Algorithm, spell it. ALGORITHM. Algorithm, perfectly spelled. I was trying to do the Happy Gilmore thing.
I used to do this thing
in perfect cursive.
I used to mess with people, and whenever I'd be talking to somebody and they would use a word that I knew they didn't know how to spell, I would say, spell that word. And if they couldn't, I would tell them, you're not allowed to use that word if you can't spell it.
That's a good rule.
Like, it's not really true. I guess what you might know what the word means, but you can't spell. But I would just mess with them. Like, stop using a word that you can't spell.
You know, that is a good rule, though, because if you're able to, you know, I mean, I guess maybe not for kids, obviously, because kids don't know. But once you get to a certain age, you should be able to know. You should be able to spell every word you can speak.
Right.
That's a good
Yeah.
rule, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's typical knowledge right there. That shouldn't be any advanced
Right.
knowledge,
Right.
and that's a big problem, I think.
Or at least able to, if you don't know the spelling, at least able to figure out the spelling in your head. Like, this is how it had to be spelled. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's a few exceptions, but, you know, let's say, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I would say, like, if I didn't know a word, I could probably come up with the right spelling for it. Like, if I didn't know the spelling of a word, I could probably come up with the right spelling for it, just based off of my knowledge of other words. You know what I mean? Like, unless it was like a foreign word or a language I don't speak or whatever.
Yeah.
But
then again, the English language is very complicated. It's got a lot of weird shit going on, like I before E except after C, but then there's a bunch of other examples that prove it wrong, and then I don't know. You know, there's crazy shit, but what do you say we go ahead and reel it in?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right. So while I am catching these videos,
while he's bringing those videos up, I just want to remind everybody to head over to Facebook, check out our merch. We got new merch coming out all the time. This week, check it out. So, yeah, if you see something you like, let us know. You're going to have to email us at biasbs@gmail.com. Let us know what you want, what size, what color, and we will send it to you, and we will do our best to get it to you. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting up until this time. Thank you, definitely. It's very much appreciated.
Hell yeah. We appreciate that, everybody. We really do. Absolutely. So we are gonna go ahead and start off.
I have a video I sent you.
You do?
Oh, I sent you a video.
Okay, let's watch that one first. We'll watch that one first. How about that?
I want to get your. I don't know if you've seen this. You might have seen it, but get your take on this.
Okay.
I mean, it's very alarming. I guess it's very. I'm not gonna say it's surprising, but it's like, wow, like it catches you off guard. Like, how come I didn't know this? You know. Let's watch.
Oh, let's see.
You gotta enlarge it.
Sorry, everybody. Why can't I do that? Oh, there we go. Sorry, I had it. Alright. And that's still not what it looks like. What the hell, dude? Why can't I put it on full screen? Whatever, dude.
Well, anyway, look at the center of the wheel where the logo is and tell me what you see.
Hold on. Let me start it over.
So, yeah, look at the center of the wheel. Tell me what you see in that logo.
Oh, that doesn't look good. That didn't look good there, buddy.
You seen that?
That's Ferrari though, right?
That's Porsche.
Or Porsche, sorry. I'm dumb. It fucking says Porsche right
Well, you weren't reading it, but yeah.
I was looking at the logo, to be fair.
So it's an optical illusion. While it's spinning, it looks like a swastika.
Ooh.
So
not a good look, Porsche. Are you sure that's Porsche?
Yes.
Okay. Thought it was the Ferrari logo. Well, anyway.
No, that's Porsche.
Okay. Well, cool That was a cool. Did Kanye send you that video? Or... All right. Here is the first video.
What's your name?
My name's Felix.
Felix. You got Felix.
Felix over there and Thomas.
Wait, which one's Felix?
The one on the right is Felix. I'm not sure what Felix is, or Felix identifies as. What the fuck is that?
Yes, sir.
A tail?
Tail.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
I'm really sorry. I can't.
Why does that video always fucking pop up?
So
Yo, stop fucking wearing tails, people. What the fuck is going on with these tails? I'm getting sick of this shit.
so
I
he was
really
just
am.
randomly wearing a tail.
I think he was what you call a furry.
Oh,
Yeah, one of those.
well,
type,
yeah,
type of situations.
but where's the rest of his costume?
I don't know.
Hmm.
But
That's just like every. So he probably wears the full costume for like festivals and parties and
Maybe.
shit. But he probably on normal days walks around with a tail. Oh my god!
you think that tail has a butt plug on it?
People have nothing.
You think that tail's going?
Hey.
you think these jeans have a hole in it?
At this point, it might as well have it.
I mean, probably. I've seen those, by the way. Not on that guy, but on other guy. No, no, I've seen it in like pornos and shit with like chicks that have it, like, you know.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, people don't have enough things to do in their life. I mean,
Yeah,
they
they
don't have
really
enough
don't.
excitement in their life. It's really sad because there's a lot of world out there. So.
It is. But here's the next video. Here we go.
Oh, I think that was.
Push your grip on the front end. We'll run off.
I'm just giving fries to the seagulls. Oh,
Whoa! Well, yeah. I mean, what do you think it's gonna do?
he did that shit on purpose.
Oh, he threw it.
No, he did it on purpose. He grabbed the fucking seagull to fuck
Oh, I didn't see
with,
him
to fuck
grab
with
it.
his daughter or whoever's in the driver's seat. Oh, actually, I think he's in the driver's seat. I'm sorry. They're in Europe. We'll watch it again. Oh, feeding the
Push your
seagulls
grip on the
here.
front end. We'll run off.
Watch this. Come here.
Oh yeah! Whoa! I didn't even catch that the first time.
Yeah, he just fucking grabbed it, dude. That's awesome. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey man, birds are always messing with people. So
Yeah, they are.
there's been
Fuck
this.
them birds. No.
There's been this long war between man and bird.
Yeah. And on top of it, birds aren't even real. So.
Doom doom doom.
Ooh, I'm kind of wheezing over here.
Wheezy.
Wheezy F baby.
Wheezy F baby. Wheezy F baby. Did you hear that? Did you ever see that video where a dude was like acting like he was interviewing Lil Wayne, and he was showing him, but all you hear is Lil Wayne talking, and he was like, oh
yeah, I think I did see that.
and then it sounds like it starts turning into a car like that. Like it was. It was hilarious, dude. Like,
That's hilarious.
but yeah.
So this next one is a video of a guy who wanted to go deep sea diving.
Uh-oh.
Looks like. And play with some octopuses here.
Oh,
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, that's mid video. My apologies.
I think I did see this video. He's like, "Hey, everybody, look, it's an octopus."
Hey, check this out, guys. Look at
Wait,
this
wait.
cool octopus. Wait,
Hey, hold on.
hold on, guys.
Hold on.
Wait.
What?
Wait, I can't blow up.
Get up. Get off my neck. Son of a. Dude's just still filming him. He's like, "Get this thing off me." Yeah, go up. Yeah.
There you go, bud. Yeah, get some air. There you go. That's crazy though.
Yeah, dude. Could you imagine, like,
No, I couldn't, because I would never fucking be under there doing that dumb shit.
Here's something to imagine. Imagine if octopuses like evolved.
Is that how you say octopus? Is the?
Probably not.
I don't think it's not octopi. I know it's. I think it's just octopus. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Imagine if the octopuses. I think it is octopuses.
Probably.
I don't know. Anyway, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Imagine if they evolved to live on land.
That would be nuts.
Like 8 legs just kind of crawling like a big. Like obviously, we have spiders, but like imagine if there was like. It would basically be like a giant spider.
Yeah.
Essentially. And it would probably grow. It has to live on land now, so now it has to grow things like claws to be able to grab onto things better. And
yeah, they would call that an invasive species, and we would get rid of that right away.
Yeah.
That probably wouldn't even.
Yeah, but you didn't follow Proto, bud. You're done.
You didn't follow Proto, bud. You're done.
Get them out of there.
Hell yeah. For sure. Yeah. They would get those. Those would be the new...
minority.
The new iguanas of Florida. But yeah, here is the last one we got. This one is telling men to stay on your toes.
Wait, what?
Hold on. So every time he does something that's seemingly gay, he has a thought.
Oh my god. Okay. I can't even lay down. What is he? Dude, those houses over there, they look... Why does it always look like everybody's living in a dojo?
His fart was gay.
Dude put cream on his face.
I'm really sorry.
Oh my god.
That is funny though. You're right about that. Their houses do look like
Yeah.
it's a dojo.
Like every door is like a sliding door. Like their walls are like paper. Mm-hmm. You punch right through their wall.
Welcome to the dojo.
Bobby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Bobby.
Woo! All right. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up, everybody. Thank you once again for following us on Facebook, TikTok, Spotify, Instagram, and X. We appreciate all the love and support. Drew, what you got?
Shout out to Third Space and Paloma Sour. That was our beer for today.
Not a sponsor.
Or lack thereof. Not a sponsor. Paloma Sour. Also, make sure you guys head over to Facebook, BiasBS. Check out our merch. Hit us up on biasbs@gmail.com. Let us know what merch you want, what color. Just, we'll have a conversation. We'll send it to you. Let us know what you want. Thank you for supporting.
Hell yeah. And while you're at it too, guys, make sure you are smashing that like button right there. And also sharing this video on all your social media platforms. We appreciate that. And stay active in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the videos. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure you guys are subscribing right there in the bottom right corner. We appreciate it. And with that being said, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up, everybody. So remember, this is where your opinion doesn't matter, kind of like the K in knife. I don't know why it's there. English language. There it is. Thanks, everybody.